Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is session 2 of our run of Monsterhearts, the Open Hearth Gaming Community. Last time, we just basically built our characters in the setting of the town of Silver Springs, where we all live. Today we're going to get started with some scenes. I want to go over first some of the safety tools we'll be using in this game. We're working with the Open Hearth Code of Conduct, which I will link to below in the description of this video. We will be working with 3 layered safety tools. We have the X card, which allows players to stop the action at any point where something is coming up that doesn't feel comfortable or right or fun, and going ahead and we'll excise whatever it is that's causing a problem. We'll rewind, maybe take a break if we need to, we'll go from there. We want everyone to be comfortable, so that's kind of the most real-time kind of safety tool. We also have the open door policy, which allows you to leave whenever you want, and you don't have to tell us why, but if you could give me a shout, just a message in the chat, letting me know whether you might be back, that's helpful. And then we have lines and veils. So we have a lines and veils tab on our character keeper, and I'm not going to go over all of them. I don't think I've seen any changes recently. Let me know if I missed that. But we have a number of lines and veils in place. Lines are things that will not enter our narrative in any way. Veils are things that are going to happen, kind of be alluded to or happen off screen, but no on-screen time. And we have a few ask first as well. If you're thinking about something like that, go ahead and ask first. Okay, and then I just want to remind everyone about the agenda for this game. I like to start every session with Monsterhearts with that, which is to make each main character's life not boring, to keep the story feral, don't try to plan it out, to say what the rules demand. So when there's a roll or a move, a hard move or whatever, go with it. Those things happen. And say what honesty demands. So be honest to your character and also to yourself in terms of the safety tools that we've already talked about. So that's our agenda. Let's review wishes, because we did make a few wishes from last time. I put them on the classroom tab, I think. David, who's playing the Infernal, you had a wish to explore kind of recruitment with the Dark Power, possible sacrifices to the Dark Power, things like that. Donna, you are playing the Worm, and you wanted to find out about Belinda's collection and maybe use it for some leverage. So that sounds like fun. And Stephen, you talked about bothering other PCs about their interest in Chloe, which is great. And I put down bad behavior all around and poor judgment too. So I would love to see all of those things because they make the game enjoyable. All right, those are the wishes. So I think maybe we'll do quick introductions for the characters, just to refresh our memory about who we all are, player and character introductions. I'm saying, whatever you want to kind of set the stage for your character, what we know. These are all kind of newly formed characters, so we're going to be playing to find out a lot about them. But yeah, so why don't we just go in character keeper order, which I'm not sure what that is, and that starts with Stephen.
Cool. Let me see here. I am Stephen, he, him, and I am playing August, also he, him. August is the Fae. He is Faeborn. We talked a bit about how his mother is, got out of a relationship with the Fae King, settled here on Earth. They've kind of been moving around a lot. Yeah.
Or he's one of the new kids on the block, right?
Yeah, one of the newer kids.
Mhm.
I consider Chloe a friend, and I don't know, suddenly all these weird creeps are orbiting around here.
Sure enough. Great. Thank you, Stephen. And next would be Chloe herself. David.
Yeah, hi folks. I am David S. He, him pronouns, and I am playing as Chloe, she, her, and she is the Infernal playbook. I've done a little bit of thinking about the dark power that she serves since the last session, and I've settled on the name the Shadow Queen for the dark power that she serves. At this point, Chloe has two people that she's got her eye on. One is her crush, Mario, who is the first good guy she's had any interest in ever since her long-term relationship with Flip ended. That lasted probably 3 years or so until he met an untimely and violent end at the hands of the Shadow Queen. So I am very much into Mario, but he is very much into Yasmin, and there is probably going to be some dark deal made with the Shadow Queen to get Yasmin out of the way or to bring him into a relationship with me. And then the second person that I am very interested in is Harriet, who I have decided is basically the star of the cross-country team. During the last session, I think we kind of came to the conclusion that the Dark Power thought that Harriet was too good and needed to be brought down a peg. Now I've decided to change that a little bit, if it's cool with you, Jose. I like the idea a little bit more that the Shadow Queen has more or less manipulated and gaslit and just kind of emotionally abused me into becoming envious of Harriet. And I deep down, I probably don't have a problem with her, but now I kind of have this sinister, sort of bitter resentment toward her that the Shadow Queen has kind of brought me into feeling. So one of my tasks is to bring Harriet under the Shadow Queen's power in some way, whether that means sacrificing her, or corrupting her, or something like that. I don't know, but that's going to be one early task that I have been given.
Excellent. You've got a full plate, Chloe. All right. Donna, you want to tell us about Belinda?
Yeah, hi, my name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Belinda, she, her, the worm. She is, controlling, manipulative, envious, or jealous, depending on exactly what the dynamic is. And yeah, she treasures Chloe because obviously, based on David's introduction, Chloe is wonderful. And everyone else is merely currency. And one idea which maybe dovetails nicely into what David had just said is mulling in my brain for the last week has been, maybe Belinda can sabotage this yearning that Chloe has for Mario and fix up Mario with Yasmin, because that would that would isolate Chloe for Belinda to take advantage of, and obviously that will all end well, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. No cross purposes there. Excellent. All right, thank you for that. Okay, so where we left it off last time, the image I have in my head of where we left it off, where we had these little opening vignettes of everyone waking up in the morning and their morning routines before school. And the last image, I believe, was Chloe running up the steps of the school and looking over her shoulder as she enters the doors of the school. She was one of the early arrivals, I think. And that's where we cut to a commercial break. And now I'm just wondering if there's anyone who has a scene that might happen before homeroom, kind of in the hallways or outside. Oh, I see a hand lifting up that we might kind of get the ball started with. So yeah, Chloe.
I would like to gaze into the abyss by consulting with the Shadow Queen. I am going to ask her how I can get Mario to like me.
Mhm.
And I imagine that my when I gaze into the abyss, I envision it as basically a communion with the Shadow Queen in some form. It could be something as simple as automatic writing, where I write a question and then kind of enter a trance state, and then I just start scribbling or drawing, and the answer is what it is. In, I think, this case, I'm going to meet with the Shadow Queen in the showers before school.
Mhm.
I will
So yeah,
be.
because you've been running, right?
I've put 5 miles under my belt already today.
Okay.
And so when I do that, I typically get to school early before, everyone else has come in and people are getting ready for their first period gym class and everything. And I just rinse off real quick. And the Shadow Queen loves to speak with me when I am naked and vulnerable. And so
She
maybe
does.
that might be where we, of course. So does that sound like a good set the scene for you?
Sure, sure, sure. Do you wanna just so we're coming into the shower scene. Do you want to just set that scene a little bit for us? Is she all by herself in there? Are there other track players? And what does it look like when Chloe begins to gaze?
Yeah, so I think that I'm by myself. And so you just have the um, sound of water cascading from the shower head. The pressure is too high, so it's really loud. You see these kinds of exterior shots of steam kind of rising off of the floor. You might have kind of an under the curtain shot of just my feet. And then you have kind of the shoulder up shot of me sort of huddled and vulnerable as I'm just trying to kind of get myself rinsed off. And then I think I turn and you see the Shadow Queen in silhouette through the shower curtain. So there's just this dark figure on the other side of it, and we converse that way. She has a matronly voice this time. It changes sometimes, and speaks the way that a teacher may, as if they were giving instruction to a student.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you want to role play it out, but I
I
imagine it's a
will.
lot
Yeah, let's
of
go for it.
okay, great,
Let's
great.
go for it.
Can you start off with a greeting?
Sure, of course. My dear, you called. You have a need. What can I
Um,
do for you?
I didn't think you would show up here. Uh, and I'll kind of try to like make a move to pull the curtain aside to check that no one else is there, but I imagine that I'm stopped in some way from doing that.
Mhm.
Because that would reveal the Shadow Queen to me.
No, no, no.
Um,
You're all, it's just you and I here. No need to worry, my dear.
okay. Um, I
You're agitated. Tell me what you need.
I think there's a boy, and I think that he might like someone else, and I want to know what I can do about it.
Of course, of course. Boy, it's very important stuff. Look at the water swirling down the drain beneath your feet. Chloe. Just let yourself gaze into the water as it goes down the drain.
Okay, I'm looking.
And as that happens, I think we need a roll before I actually move further than this.
Right.
So let's see. Does everyone have a dice roller? There should be a link in the on the info tab.
Oh, I see it. Well, if it will let
Is it
me.
working?
Well, it might be a problem on my end. For whatever reason, when I hit enter, there we go. It just took a minute for it to pull up. I got it. Okay.
So you're rolling with dark.
Yes. So that's a +2. Oh, oh, that's a 6.
That is a 6.
I don't think there's
Um,
any way in this game to bump rolls up after you. Well, no, you can if you have a string, I think. Can't you?
Yes, if you have a string, you can.
I
Um,
definitely
you need
have
to
no
spend it
strings on the dark
before.
power. Oh, do you?
I think
Okay.
it specifies in the rules.
It doesn't actually.
Oh, it
but
doesn't? I thought it did.
if you find it, I've always had that question on my mind, Stephen. And if you find it someplace where it says that you spend it afterwards, that you have to spend it beforehand, let me know, because I've always allowed players to do it afterwards if they want to. Because it seems too, yeah, it seems too draconian to make them spend a string altogether before they even do a roll. So anyways, in this case, I'll let you, for now, I'll let you spend a string if you would like to.
Well, either way, I definitely have no strings on the dark power. Quite the contrary. So that's just a miss for me. So I mark XP, but this is probably a bad situation.
Yeah, so go ahead and mark XP. And I think what you see, let me see what the gaze into the abyss. I think what you see at first is a vision of Mario. And he is at the public library. You know he works at the public library. And he's typing on a computer, and he looks very, very intent. And you can't see what's on the screen, but the camera kind of begins to shift around so that you can see what's on the screen. But then before you can read the writing, snakes start pouring out of the screen of the laptop, and they begin biting or attacking Mario, and then they begin to crawl all over you, and you feel terror and disgust at the snakes. And the dark power is going to take a string on you here. And then as you come to, we see Chloe huddled in the corner of the shower. And Harriet has come in to the shower because she's also on the track team. And and the dark power is nowhere to be seen. And she says, "Chloe, is that you? Are you okay? What? Why are you crying?
I'm fine. Sorry.
Did you slip?"
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good. God, yeah, no, it's yeah,
Do you need help?
I'm fine. Yeah, no, I'm okay. How are you? You're here early.
Yeah. I took a run this morning too. I need to stay in shape. It's the practices we have in the afternoon are not enough. So yeah. And you've inspired me. You told me about your running in the morning, and I thought I'd try it as well. You sure you're okay?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm just about to get out. Are you ready for the race coming up?
Oh yes, that's going to be easy. No big deal there. We'll do great. We'll do great. Well, get yourself dressed, and we'll go to homeroom. I have something to tell you that I think it's going to make your day.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, sorry. Just yeah, I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. I think we can cut there from that scene. And I think we did all the mechanical bits. I gave you, took a string. This was a hard loss, so I think I'm going to take a string, and I'm also going to give you a condition because Harriet's kind of worried about you now. So I'm going to give you the condition troubles, and we can interpret that if that works.
Troubled.
Troubles, like you've got problems.
Oh, well, I mean, guilty is charged, right? All right.
I don't know if there's a better way to say that, but that's the first word that came to mind. Yeah. Harriet's not known for her discretion, so she may have told some people about this little incident in the showers. All right. The bargain is before the roll, for sure. Yes, I do know that. If you use the dark power to boost a roll, that's definitely before the roll. I saw that in the chat. But I wasn't sure about pulling strings.
Yeah, no, I think I was just mistaken.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that scene comes to a close. Let's see. Donna, do you want to? Is there anything Belinda might be doing before classes start, or?
Yeah, I think maybe we had established last week that Belinda and Yasmin, go to school or come home together. So maybe we see them walking down the hall to homeroom, and as we pass Mario's locker, maybe he's there, maybe he's not. I will ask Yasmin if she's noticed him, because I've noticed him looking at her.
Clearly, because you're very watchful. And Yasmin says, "Oh, Mario, the quiet one, right?"
Well, I think he's only quiet around you, Yasmin.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I see him looking over at you every time, like, constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not just making that up, Belinda, are you?
Why would I make up something like that?
Well, I don't know. I never thought of him that way. Jeez. I do. I don't know. He is kind of cute, huh? Do you think he's cute?
He is kind of cute, yeah.
Well, I guess. Well, he's never talked to me. He's never said anything to me.
Well, in this modern age, as ladies have got to make the first move because, boys are stupid.
Really? Like, what kind of first move can I make?
You can, talk to him.
Really?
Do you want me to say something to him?
Yeah, you're good with people, Belinda.
Oh, yeah.
People always do what you say. People always do what you say. Yeah, just check it out. Check it out with him, but don't scare him, okay? You can be kind of scary sometimes. Be nice to him, and see if it's true. And I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. I'm gonna pay attention. Thanks for looking out for me.
Well, what are friends for?
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do with that scene?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I am hitting a move unless. I don't think so.
Get any sense of it? Yeah.
I would. Yeah, Wingman works for other PCs. I think that's
other PCs. Yes.
Yeah.
She's giving you the go ahead to be her wingman.
Yeah. Unless you think, I don't think I'm quite turning her on, even in a kind of second-hand way. Yeah, so I think I'm happy with no mechanical move here.
Okay. All right. Stephen, how is August doing? Or is there something, a scene that you can imagine August doing either in before class, or we could start moving towards the homeroom as well?
So who was it? Who was it that saw Chloe uh uh kind of lose it?
It was Harriet.
Harriet.
It was Harriet.
Harriet. Okay. No, I have an idea kind of as class opens, because I think Chloe, once you sit down, like I just see you and come over and like sit in what's usually Mario's seat. And I'm like, so Chloe, what's up? I heard from Harriet that like something was wrong, and I mean Harriet's talking about, she said something was wrong in the, well, I mean in the shower today. I mean earlier, but not like you were showering together, but you know that like in the locker shower.
I glare at you. I slipped. It's not like there's anything wrong. I slipped. That's all.
Well, look, I mean, oh, and I'm sorry, I just need a lot of NPC names to keep track of here. Was it Trip? Trip was the guy you killed?
Yep.
Or Trip was the guy that was killed for you. Right. I mean, look, you know, after Trip, if you need, you know, if something's wrong, you can come to me, right, Chloe? And I like put my hand on yours.
Are you attempting to turn me on?
I might be. I guess it depends on what you do. Like if you feel that's a cool move to make here.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think I'm not trying to. I think I am not trying to turn you on, but as a player in the fiction, I am trying to turn, I guess.
Sure.
The role.
Yeah.
I think I'm triggering the move, even if I am not making. I'm just saying you're really important to me, and I'm hitting that condition of trouble. So that's a +2 total, right?
So you're using the condition of troubled against her, and you're using the +1 that you have on hot. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds right.
That's an 11.
Oh my. So on an 11, you will gain a string on Chloe. And
Okay.
Chloe, you get to choose from the reactions below on turn someone on. Or I give myself to you, I promise something I think you want, or I get embarrassed and awkward.
This is always tricky because I don't know that there's anything that I think you want from me.
I mean, I want you to confess your problems to me.
Open up.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I mean, that's why I made this role, so that I could get you to confess some stuff to me. Or I guess you could always just get really embarrassed here instead.
Yeah. Look, I'd be lying if I said that I'm not over Flip. And I immediately regret it as soon as I say that. Like, I do not want that to be my reputation. But that's what I say. And it's not untrue. It's not why I was crying, but I say it just to get you off my back.
Yeah, I think I look. I understand it's. Wait, so art? Yeah, okay. I guess. I know that was all like a bunch of BS with that. Look, Billy is throwing a party, you know, out in the maintenance tunnels of the casino. It's a little of a you know, secret party, but look, my mom works there, so he invited me, and I guess if you wanted to come too, I think it would maybe be good. I'm pulling this string on you. I just got.
Yeah.
to do what they want.
Yeah, no, I'll go. And just curious, is your hand like still touching mine this entire
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
Just resting there.
yeah.
Yeah. Is it like Saturday or something?
What day is it today?
Let's
I
say
don't.
it's Thursday today.
I mean, it's tonight because
Oh.
it's a secret party. Obviously, you don't throw a secret party on Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there. You said it's just, those tunnels by the casino, right?
Cool, and I give you a smile. I'll see you then. And I think it's like Mario has been like awkwardly. I see Mario has been awkwardly like sitting
Hovering
at, like,
about
Over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's your desk, Mario. I got it all warmed up for you. Don't worry.
I try to
Give him
make
a
eye
pat on the
contact.
shoulder and walk back to my desk.
Mario looks confused.
Can I try to like make eye contact with Mario and say hi, and then he just like gives me a little wave and then immediately turns to Yasmin?
Sure.
Okay,
yes.
Chloe has promised me something now.
Oh, Shay, you're a Fae. I forgot about that. Yeah.
But David, you get an XP, right? When someone pulls a string on you and you agree to do what they want, you get the XP anyway. So
That
Yep.
is true.
So you're raking in the XP, David.
can I say that when Mario was in like a holding pattern, he like sat down temporarily on August's chair, and then I, grabbed him to give him a quick spiel on Yasmin, which is why he's paying close attention to her now.
Yeah. Do you want to play that out, the quick spiel, or do you just want to?
Yeah, sure.
Into the fiction, yeah. So yeah, so he does sit down in the chair that's normally August, and he's kind of looking puzzled, but he can see that they're like in this intense conversation, and
Okay.
and August
And I
has his
will-
hand on him.
Appear at his shoulder.
Oh shit!
Hey, Mario.
Hey,
I
Belinda.
didn't mean to frighten you.
I wasn't expecting you there. Gosh,
I just sit
you're very
right here.
quiet.
Oh,
I didn't see you
Well.
come in.
yeah. Well.
You want?
Hey, Yasmin.
That's been sure.
I mean, I can't remember how it came up, but I think she likes you.
You're fucking kidding me. Who told you that?
She did. I'm like her best friend.
You don't have best friends. Belinda.
Of all my friends, she is the best.
Okay.
What do you mean I don't have friends?
You just have people you know. I've known you for a long time, Belinda. You don't have
For someone who
pals.
is trying to set you up with your crush, you're being uncommonly rude and cruel to me.
Yes. I'm sure your feelings are very hurt, Belinda. Very hurt. I can tell. Yes. Well, okay, let's get back to Yasmin. So what did she say exactly to you?
I mean, I'm going to give him a stare because I'm not letting him get out of this quite so easily. I don't know whether I'm shutting him down because this whole thing that I don't have friends, is supposed to be top secret, right?
What would you say if you wanted to shut him down?
I think I'm giving him like a worm stare, but
Worm stare?
I mean, maybe calling him rude and cruel is
Rude and
enough.
cruel. Okay. All right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because it worked right in the
What do you
classroom.
think?
People could hear it. Yeah, go for it. So
Yeah.
you'd be rolling with cold.
+2, okay.
Okay, so that's a
No.
6.
That's a 6.
Even with your wormy coldness.
Even with my wormy coldness, he was not taking me seriously beforehand anyway, so I'm a loser.
Okay, so that was it was a shut someone down, right?
Yeah.
And that's a full-on lose.
Yep.
So let me just see the classroom tab for 1 second. Too many tabs open. All right, so Mario's actually a pretty well-loved kid. Everyone thinks he's kind of soft-spoken and he gets along with everybody. And so when you call him cruel, I think where we were sitting in August's chair. Ella, who's right next to him, says, "Oh, that's hysterical. He's cruel." Did you hear that, everybody? And she says, "Talk about the pot calling the kettle black." That's what the phrase is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you'll take a condition. Black as the kettle, maybe. Or wait, let me say it something more.
Is it like no friends, given that's what he said,
Yeah,
or something like that?
Yeah, no friends. Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone does start laughing. All the other kids around you start snickering and laughing. How does Belinda respond to this?
I mean, I'll retreat to my lair. I will.
Not quite the corner, but it's almost the corner. Luna has arrived in the corner, so you can't take her seat.
I'll retreat and maybe glare especially at Ella, but other than that, not looking for extra attention is what Belinda does.
Ella has an Instagram account that's actually quite popular, and she's on her phone right now posting something about some kind of meme that involves you and cruelty.
I'll kill her later.
Death to her later. Great. Then
so I guess whether that whole kerfuffle makes Mario forget about Yasmin or not, I don't know. But
we'll see.
I'll leave that in your hands.
We'll see. Yeah. I think I think Mario is going to treat the information you've given him with skepticism. And because he thinks you have some ulterior motive, which that's not possible, of course, but great. So August just had the interaction with Chloe. Chloe got turned on. Oh, so Chloe, Harry arrives, and she runs up to you and to your desk and says, "I missed you after the shower. I wanted to tell you my news."
Were you telling people about the slipping?
I was worried about you, Chloe. And August was there, and he's, he just, he could see that I was worried, and he asked me what was happening, and so I said, "Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?"
I'm fine. What was it you wanted to say?
"There's a party this party that Billy's been trying to do organize for the longest time. It's in the tunnels behind the casino. It's a secret, but we're gonna have it. I'm helping him out.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
Yeah. Well, he approached me. I'm not sure why, to help him out, but I love organizing parties. But
Hey, okay.
are you going to come?
Does Billy want me to?
Well, who cares what Billy wants? He's new. I want you. You'll come, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. Hey, is this like an open invite thing, or is it more of a invitation only kind of deal?
Well, we got to be careful because we get in trouble. I think Billy has some kind of inn at the casino. Maybe his mom works there or something. I can't remember. So he has keys to these tunnels. But we have to be careful that we don't get caught. So you can't tell just anybody, just people that, you know, you can trust to not squeal on us.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Thanks.
Yeah. Great. And that
We
that
should
Billy said- yeah,
we should hang out when we're there.
of course. Of course. We're pals. We're on
Yeah.
track together. We're gonna rule this year.
Yeah, thanks. But were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say that Billy says he could get booze from one of the storehouses in the casino. So so we're all set. Anyway, it's gonna be a great party. All right. Mrs. Watson is showing up. Okay, I've gotta go. And she runs over to her chair in the front of the class. And the rest of the students begin milling in. Is there anything else that reactions or scenes that we might want to do in the homeroom? All right.
I think
All
so.
right. Yeah, then classes begin. So let's see. So now the day is progressing. So we could do cafeteria scenes. We could do something in the hallways between classes. We could do an after school thing. Let's see. Donna, after your kind of drubbing by Mario.
Kind of.
What might Belinda be up to?
Obviously trying to prove that she has friends, you know.
Yes. And how would she go about doing that?
I guess Yasmin, but we've already had a scene with her, so maybe that's less interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe there's some scuttlebutt that Billy is doing a party, and obviously, if I could get to a party, that would be good.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he is a newbie too, right?
He's a newbie as well.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So actually, the my in with him is that we do little snippet profiles on people who are newly arrived to the school to help integrate them with the school community.
Yay!
And this is a program I've just invented.
Sure. So you should really.
I just like the idea that August is here as you pitch this, and I'm like, wait, so do you need to do an interview with me too? Then you just go no.
Well, no. I think I need to keep up appearances. So you are obviously next on my list. If I knew what August's family name was, I could say that it's alphabetical, but then it's a 50-50.
Well, let's play that out. Let's say that August and Billy are. It's like a free period somewhere during class, and they're out sitting on a picnic table because they were talking about the party. That's what you established early on, right, August? You knew about the party with Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and then maybe Belinda can show up with the interview thing. So let's start it though. I think the camera opens on you and Billy at that picnic table, and Billy's saying, "Dude, I promised Harriet that there would be booze at the party, but I don't have any booze. How are we going to get booze?"
I mean, what? Why are you asking me?
Your mom works at the bar,
You're the
right?
one with. She works at the bar. I mean, like
In the
how
casino,
am I
right?
how am I going to get booze from the bar though? She works there at nights.
Does she have keys to those storerooms? Those storerooms behind the bar that have the booze? They never notice. There's so many bottles of booze in there. Have you seen those storerooms? What if if you could get a copy of one of those keys, we could get in there and just take a few bottles. No one would ever know, right? Come on, August.
I'm doing a lot of work for this party that you're planning, but fine.
Your mom's off right now. She works nights, right? So if you get the key at some point, then we could, before the party, get into the store. Text me about it, right? And at this point, you can come on in whenever you want, Belinda.
Hey guys, am I interrupting?
No, we're all good here.
Oh, okay.
Right, August?
Mm-hmm. Good.
Okay, you're August, right? And that's funny because we've obviously interacted before.
Mm-hmm. Like where do we even sit in relation to each other? Like
I'm kind of right behind you, right, in class.
Yeah, you sit behind me.
Yeah.
Maybe you just don't recognize my face and just the back of my head.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. Well, it's not a forgettable face, so yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah. We're doing this new kind of spot in the school paper about people who join the school, who haven't been here in previous years. Like a potted bio, get to know me kind of thing. And I was reminded that you just joined the school, Billy, a couple of weeks ago. And obviously, August, you were not here last year either, were you?
No, yeah, that's true. Like, wait, what's gonna be in this bio?
Well, whatever you decide, it's like here's what I'm interested in. I want to join these clubs. I want to do these things. Just so people don't think you're like a complete weirdo, or maybe that's what you want.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this would be good. It could be like your social introduction to the community. But wait, is it me or is it him that you want to do the bio on?
Well, if you're both new, I guess I should do both of you, right?
Dude, we could do it together. We could have a double bio. He puts his arm around you.
Well, my photographer is out today, but I will get the two of you in a friendly couple, junior couple, right?
Oh yeah. August is my best pal. He's helping me out. Billy plants like a playful kiss on August's cheek.
Yeah, I blush a little bit.
Not a couple, or not quite there yet? Is that it?
It's a bromance. Call it a bromance, dude. Is that cool?
So what? Think about it, and if you want me to take notes, I can totally take notes. Like, what kind of things are you up to, Billy?
And Billy goes over and he whispers into August's ear. Hold on one second. Is this girl cool? Can we invite her to the party?
Sorry, one second, Belinda, and I go and whisper into his ear.
Do you want me to give you some privacy?
She's she's the one that doesn't have any friends.
Yeah, that's kind of a party killer, right? So, yeah, Belinda. So what is going on with this? We're new kids on the block. We're just looking forward to making new connections.
I'm not a dating service, Billy.
Oh, you're not? Well, you gotta be welcoming towards the new kids, right?
Sure. Yeah. And vice versa, right?
Especially if you want to make friends, right, Belinda?
Yes, I've got to be welcoming to new people if I want to be friends with them. You
seem to be really interested in Chloe recently, Belinda. Maybe she could be your friend?
I believe Chloe is already my friend, but maybe not. Who knows?
Oh. She doesn't talk about you much.
Are you trying to shut Belinda down at this point?
I think that's how it ended up going that way.
Sorry, I may have led us down that path. All right.
So I have a -1, I believe, in cold, but Belinda doesn't have any friends.
That is true. It is known.
It is known that Belinda has no friends.
So I think this is a +0, right?
It's a flat roll, yeah.
Oh, that's a 3.
Ay, ay, ay.
This dice room has decided it's XP for everyone today.
XP for everybody. I don't think you have enough strings to dig yourself out of that hole.
There's not enough strings in the world.
There's not enough strings in the world. Yeah. So take XP for that. First off, Belinda, what is the icy worm-like comeback that you give August when August makes that comment about not having your friends?
This requires me to be as cutting as my character, which is only sometimes true. Well, maybe I'm not sure, Stephen. Does it seem like maybe before I arrived in the conversation, I'd overheard the discussion about booze? You think that's fair? Or...
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah. So I say something like, "Well, I'm sure if you provide the booze, Billy will be your friend too."
Ouch. So I think that might be a condition
sure.
For you. And how would we call it? So it could be something like suck up. But there's also a sense of kind of, if Billy is seeing all of this, but he kind of likes you. Yeah, either suck up is one thing I'm thinking, or uppity new kid is another possibility. So which of those like seems to like be closer to what would work here, or maybe a third?
Suck up.
Suck up. Okay.
Actually, I'm just realizing now. I forgot to bring this. I realized I should have brought this up maybe last scene. Do you think that the scene I had with Chloe should have cleared her trouble? Because like fit conditions are cleared fictionally when you like take steps to clear them. Because I was like trying to comfort her.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I hadn't thought about that. She seems a little freaked out by the whole thing, but what do you think? I'll leave it to you, David, to think about Chloe. Does she is that condition lifted or not?
I'm thinking let's leave it.
Okay.
I'll be in part because I just think Chloe is still a train wreck.
Still troubled.
and also kind of out of character. It gives Belinda a chance to pull that opportunist move into play. If someone has a bunch of conditions on them, so I'll be the lightning rod of conditions if we need it.
Infernals are good about that. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I'll reserve a little bit of hard move. I'll have to think about it in addition to that condition. And I think you're not going to get an invite to the party, Belinda, is the other thing that's going to happen.
Harsh but fair.
But I still have a bit of a hard move on. I have to remember August because he's in the other one. And yeah, and if we wrap up that scene, then we can take our break. I was just thinking, Billy kind of elbows you a little bit, August, and say, August, don't be so harsh with her. She's just doing her job. Right, Belinda? Newspaper job.
Totally.
I once again go 1 second, and I lean over to Billy again and whisper, her other job is creeping on Chloe. That's what I whisper to him.
Yeah. And his eyebrows go up, and then he looks at you, Belinda. Okay, then. August and I have some things to keep discussing, Belinda. Can we get back to you on the whole interview thing?
Sure. I mean, I think I have a start.
All the no information you gathered here.
well, I mean, I've established you're both assholes. Because what I'm thinking to myself.
Belinda has a long. It's not a short list; it's a long list.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, and so as Belinda withdraws, we can close that scene. We're at the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Oh, actually, at 12:02. Yeah, let's just come back at 12 minutes after, and we'll get going again. All right, I'm going to pause the record. Okay, we're back. So it seems like there's some scenes set up already, kind of in the hopper. There's possibly Chloe and Harriet, you have probably track practice afterwards, so that's a possibility. I don't know if you want to do that or if you had another idea, David. It seems like August, you need to get that key from your mom if you're gonna break into the storeroom at the casino. I was thinking, if you guys are all right with it, maybe change the venue of the party over to Big Baxter, the enormous abandoned mining shovel.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that might be fun to bring that location in. So maybe it's like a rave that's happening out there. And yeah, and Belinda, do you know about the party?
Well, they're obviously getting booze for something, right? So,
Right. Oh, that's right. Because you overheard the booze conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have some investigations to do to see if you could wrangle your way into getting to the party.
Yeah, I mean, if the host has decided I'm not getting an entry, I'm happy to well, not happy, but I might just have to sit this one out, not to look too desperate.
No, I would love to have you at the party since there's only three of us. You can crash, or you can just try to, yeah.
And the only other thought I have is, unless it's going to be a definite playing, then it might be good to see Belinda and Chloe in a scene together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although it might be funny that they that they don't, that it is pure creeping, right?
Maybe at the track, if there's track practice, maybe Belinda comes to.
Well, they have a big race this weekend, right? So a piece in the school paper, right? It seems like a great excuse to watch, right?
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking was before school's out and we're doing practice, I was thinking of trying to catch Mario at the library and invite him to the party.
Okay.
But we can put that wherever.
Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and do that one, and then every article will be written by Belinda. Yeah, why don't we start there, and because that's still at school, and then we'll go from there. So you come into the library, Chloe, and you see Mario with his laptop open, and it's just like almost an exact replica of the way you saw him in the vision of the drain in the shower. He's got that intense look on his face, and he's typing away at his laptop. And what do you
Got it. How well can I say that we're like sort of like at school friends? Like we don't really hang out outside of school, but we like talk in whatever classes we have together, and we talk in homeroom, and we're on good terms, and maybe even an established relationship. And maybe even to the point where like I'm a little bit friend zoned, like I'm almost too like on good terms with him. Okay. I forget if he mentioned this, and it's okay if there's nothing, but does he have any kind of like stuff that he does extracurricularly or anything that he kind of works on? It's no big deal if not, but I was just trying to think of a way to work in a conversation.
He's a writer, and he has kind of is always writing on his laptop. You see him writing on his laptop quite a bit. And he does well in English class, so he's kind of a teacher's pet there.
Sweet.
So that's one thing you know about him.
Sweet, that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna sidle up to him and basically kind of sit next to him in the library. I imagine there are lots of places that I could be sitting. I choose right next to him, even though there's lots of open space.
Oh.
What you working on?
Hey, Chloe. When he kind of pulls down his laptop just a little bit, it's like, Oh, I've just been doing some research on some local history here in town. You know, my family's been in this town for a long time, and you know, my mom got me really interested in, you know, learning about the local history of the town. God, there's some really interesting stuff that's gone on in this town. It's been around for a long time.
Mm, yeah, it's got a history to it. Are you
Yeah.
writing anything? Like putting together any stories or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of a secret, so you can't tell anybody. But you're cool.
Yeah, of course.
Can you keep a secret?
Is the Pope Catholic?
I'm writing a story about the Marchums. They've been in this town for forever. You
The
know,
who?
Belinda's family.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Old money. They've been fucking running this town. And
I
there's
didn't.
some, you know, less than savory bits in their family history. I just don't know what I'm going to do because I've got this piece and I just really want to publish it somewhere. It's not done just yet. But Belinda's the editor of the paper. She'll never publish this. I have to find some other way to get it out there.
That is fucked up.
Isn't
But like
it?
in a good way. That is so cool. You know, I've heard that back in like the 1700s, 1800s, that kind of thing, that writers would sometimes on purpose get themselves into really crazy bad situations, like really bad relationships, really bad kind of legal stuff, like just so they would have more stuff to write about, like more lived experience, you know?
Wow. Really?
It's something I heard, you know, like when everyone is all decadent and, you know,
Wow.
poetic and then I look at him romantic.
The Shelley. Are you trying to make a move on him at this point, or what
Yeah,
is happening? Yes.
what I'm gonna do at this point is I'll say, hey, if you can keep a secret, and I'm gonna kind of like lean in, and this is where I tell him about the party. I'm not gonna like tell him all the details right now in character, but I tell him about the party, and as I'm doing this, I'm kind of leaning in, and I'm doing that thing where I kind of lean in enough that you can see down my shirt a little bit, just a little bit, like just a hint of cleavage. Um, and you know, that combined with the romance thing, this is I'm trying to turn him on so I can get a string and then spend it to tempt him to go to the party.
Okay, well, let's do a roll and then we'll see where it goes.
Okay, this is a +1. That's an 8.
So an 8. On an 8, they can choose one of the reactions.
They can give me a string or choose one of the reactions.
Oh, they can give you a string or choose one of the reactions. Oh, right. Thank you. I think they're going to give you a string. Because I've already, you know, they've already confided in you something that's a secret of theirs, and that involves a bit of influence over them, because you know a secret that could get them into trouble with certain people.
Cool.
If it were to
I'm just gonna immediately spend the string to tempt him to go to the party.
Okay. I want to hear you ask him to go to the party, however.
Okay. I'm gonna blush.
So he's showing you, there's this moment where you lean forward and he's going to come, and his eyebrows go up just a little bit, and then he's showing you some old pictures on his laptop of the of the Marcham family, kind of when they were involved in the strip mining of the town, and kind of this kind of oppressive camp where the workers lived, who were doing the strip mining. And so how do you bring up the party?
So as I let him know about the party, I'll just say, so anyway, I got invited, so I think that gives me the right to invite someone else. You want to go? I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll make history.
Mara says, sure, I guess. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I don't have a car though, because Big Baxter's kind of out on the edge of town. Do you have a way of getting there?
Oh my gosh, out of character, I don't know if I have access to a car or not. I
Pick it up.
choose to run to school, but I don't know if I have to. I can take my mom's car. She won't care.
Cool.
You want me to pick you up? I can totally do that.
Yeah, definitely. Pick me up here at the library. I'll be here for the rest of the afternoon working on this. Yeah, and we can go over together.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, that works. Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll close that scene there. Let's see. What do we have in August? What are you up to this afternoon?
I mean, I guess I need to fucking steal keys for booze from my mom because I've been peer pressured by my friends.
Sure, sounds like a
It
great
didn't even
plan.
take me a strain. It didn't even take a strain to get me to go along with this plan.
So I think your mom normally sleeps in a lot because she works the late shifts
Yeah.
at the casino, and so she is asleep in her room, and her purse is on the nightstand next to her, where it always is, where she always drops it before she jumps into bed, exhausted from the long night of work. So what do you do?
I mean, I am going to try to creep in and rifle through her purse.
And all the blinds are shut. She keeps it really dark in the room.
Yeah.
So it takes a while for your eyes to adjust. But yeah, you make it to her purse, and she's not snoring because she's a little daintier than that. But you know, you can tell she's still asleep. As you open the purse, though, you notice something in it that's not normally there. It's a jewelry box, a long, very fancy looking jewelry box. Like where a bracelet or a necklace or something like that would be in it. Do you just leave it there, or do you keep looking for the keys?
Oh boy. No, I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. I look at it like I'm trying to remember if I like recognize this at all, and I open it.
Mhm.
It's a
So
fucking
we'll just say
music
it's
box
like-
and she wakes up.
No, but it's empty. But there is a card in it, and the card just says, "With love, Eustace." And it's a Tiffany's box. When you open it up, you see the Tiffany's logo. And as you look over at your mom sleeping, you can see that she's wearing a bracelet that has diamonds in it.
Okay. Well, that's a
Information for later.
yeah, that's information for later. I roll my eyes and like stuff it back into the purse and then like go back to looking for the keys.
So you do find the keys. What does their keychain look like? Mom's keychain.
I mean these would be your work keys. I imagine that they'd be on like You know what did we land on as the school's mascot?
It's the Sidewinder.
Yeah, I think it's on like a kind of old Sidewinder keychain. It looks pretty vintage. Like, is this something that she was given with the keys?
Silver Spring Sidewinders.
Yeah, I think it's like old enough that it's like, you know, could this be a dragon? Who knows?
Great. And so I'm going to allow you to get the
Yeah,
key.
okay.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah. To pluck the store. There's one key that actually has a little tag on it that says storeroom.
Okay, yeah, I take that one.
Yeah. And tiptoe out. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's turn to Belinda.
So I don't know, David, do you think I can bump into Chloe at the library, or, you know, maybe on the track later on?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe at the track, you know, when you're kind of warming up or whatever. I'll wander over, and I'm not sure if Harriet's there as well. Might be good. Maybe
Yeah,
it'll
you're all
dovetail
stretching.
into a scene you have with her afterwards. Hey, Chloe, Harriet. I was I know you've got a big race coming up. I think well, I guess I should do some homework because, you know, sounds like your favorites to win big. So I think the paper might want something for that Monday.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Just God, don't take any photos. And I'm like wiping sweat off my brow. What's up?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts about the race, about competition? You know, how you went last year, what lessons you learned. I mean, obviously, like, keep it top secret till after the race. You know, any tactics you expect to be using. You know, I mean, it's. I mean, I think you know, whatever about the football, I think the school treats you as the stars of the show, right?
Oh, that's really nice of you. I mean, between you and me, there's not much to say about it. That's you know, they say that the course is really fast and flat, but it's really not. The last mile is just a straight uphill. So if you don't have your hill work down, you're gonna get screwed in the last mile, no questions asked. And I'm just talking at this point about running strategy. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about running.
She's really modest. You're too modest, Chloe. You gotta talk yourself up. We're gonna kill at this race, Belinda.
You've been running up the mountain every weekend, right?
Well, I mean, I do. I mean, Harry, you should be taking this. You have a better record than I do. I mean, I came close to top 3ing sectionals last year, but that's the best I've ever done. Harriet's going to, state every single year.
We're a team, Chloe. We're a team. We do it together. She says. Belinda, don't let her talk it down.
So, like, is this a team tactics kind of race, or is this just an every girl for herself setup?
Oh man, I don't have any out of character knowledge about cross country. I mean, what I do is I tend to, once you get out the first mile, you typically just kind of pick one person, and you make sure that you beat them. The way they're scoring this one isn't by individual time; it's by team where you place relative to other people. So, I mean, if you finish 10 minutes ahead of everyone else, which is never going to happen, you still just count as in front. You don't get bonus points for finishing 10 minutes fast. So it does matter where you finish relative to opposing team members. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've really put a lot of thought into this, Chloe. And I mean, I think I'm trying to big up Chloe's ego, right? Because she's playing herself down, and I'm addressing all the questions to her instead of Harriet, who is the obvious star runner, right? Does that feel like it hits a move?
Are you trying to discover something about me, or?
I'm just trying to get in your good books,
Like right now, at most, it's like reading like of shutting Harry down. But like, are you doing anything to like really push the like you're so great, Chloe?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Has Belinda been watching? Has Belinda been coming secretly to track meets to like watch Chloe?
Yeah, so maybe like I say something like, well, well, I've already kind of mentioned that she's running up the mountain every weekend. So
Right.
Maybe I'll mention something that shows her that I've seen her run, off track, and that she seems really powerful in that last uphill stage. So I mean, yeah, if it's.
Oh, what you should do is you mention that, and then you like trail off when you realize you're talking about like looking at her, and that would be the turn someone on.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, let me. Well, obviously, Belinda is not very good at this. Let me roll.
Oh, it's a 7 though.
7, scrape through. So
Sweet.
your choice, David.
Yeah, you can take a string.
How do you think that kind of admission followed with the trailing off, the obvious kind of interest, affects Chloe?
I think I also kind of start kind of mumbling and muttering and trailing off too. Chloe, despite how she tries to come off really, independent and tough, I think her standards for romantic partners are literally just, oh, they like me, so I guess I kind of like them back. Like I think her standards are just really low. So I think that's all it takes, is for Belinda to kind of even slightly give away some kind of physical attraction, and then Chloe just immediately, without meaning to, reciprocates that.
Okay, that Belinda, her standards are just
Yeah. Low enough to even get an earth-sucking worm, right? Can't get lower, right?
And I think Harriet is gonna like raise her eyebrows at that moment towards you, Chloe. So she's kind of off to the back a little bit because Belinda is like firmly oriented towards you, Chloe. And Belinda raises her. I'm sorry. Harriet raises her eyebrow. Looks like you're
yeah.
going to be the star of this story, Chloe.
Don't let me step all over you. You can take it from here, and I'm just going to like start chugging water.
Harriet gets up kind of dramatically and says, "Well, I gotta start running, so I guess I'll just leave you two alone." And she starts running off around the track.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make that weird, Chloe. Just I had a bad day. I'm not, you know. Yeah, you probably heard already.
I didn't hear anything. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, Mario's lovely, great guy, but he said something and then it spiraled out of what I think he meant, and then Ella was shitty, and then I don't know.
Wait, what did you say?
I have no friends, or something.
Wait, he said that? Was he trying to be like an asshole?
I don't think he was trying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It spiraled out of control before he said anything, and then yeah, that's the word in the corridors now.
Oh,
So no, I mean Mario's lovely, right? I mean he's like no one ever has a bad word to say about him. So yeah, I'm sure he didn't mean it.
yeah, no, I mean he's a good guy. He wouldn't say something like that like to hurt anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, hey, I'm sorry it happened anyway. Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just I'm trying to overcompensate.
Yeah, yeah, you probably are.
So anyway, good luck at the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to go, but I'd love to go.
Well, I mean, think of me, or I mean, fuck, yeah, just yeah, have a good weekend.
Okay, well, hey, it's only Thursday, so I'll see you tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta, chase after Harriet.
Yeah, you don't need to give her a head start.
No. See you around, Belinda.
Okay, bye. You're
You're muted.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm muted. Quick question, Chloe. Were you tempted to invite Belinda to the party at any point?
I was thinking about it. I mean, I mean, out of character, like, would that be something that you would like, Donna, just so that you have an in?
I mean, I guess given that there's an odd number of players, if everyone except me is at the party, that might be a bummer. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and obviously I was angling it for earlier, but if you bring Belinda along, yeah, it would work.
What I can do then is I can say, well, hey, there's this party tonight, and I mean, like, Mario's gonna be there, so like, I mean, I'll be there, he'll be there. Like, if you guys need to patch things up, like, that's it's all good. I mean, if you want.
Oh well, I mean, Mario works with me on the paper, right? So yeah, I'm sure things will be fine. But yeah, that I would love to come to a party. Where is it?
Yeah, it's at Big Baxter. It's kind of like a small thing. Like that's why they're doing it on a Thursday. So I mean, don't get too hammered or you'll be hungover at school. But other than that,
yeah, sounds good. Thanks. So I'll see you later, I guess.
Yeah. See you tonight, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, I think like hangdog Belinda has a little pep in her step walking away, right?
I'm going to the party. Chloe likes me.
Yeah.
Excellent. We can cut the scene there. I need a short break. How about we take 5 here? It's a little earlier. I know for a second break, but let's take 5 here and then we'll come back. All right. See you then. And here we are. We're back. Okay, so let's see. We just had August. It seems like you've got some breaking and entering to do.
Okay.
So where do you meet Billy?
For the breaking and entering.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do next. Or we could hold off on that because I know David has something with Harriet that he wants to do as well. But if you're ready for the breaking and entering, yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's great. We can do that. I guess we're in like the parking lot of the casino.
Mhm.
Billy probably has a car if he's set up this party at the yeah.
He's got a bit of a beater. I don't know what it is. It's an old. Let's give him a vintage car. An old Dodge Dart that somehow is still running, though it's from the 70s. And so he's waiting for you there at the car. Did you get it? you get the key?
This is like this is like one of those wait, what was it? Public.
Service announcements? PSA?
Yeah. Like this is like one of those PSAs about underage drinking, right? As I hold out the keys.
Well, you're playing your part perfectly, August. A big smile crosses his face. That looks like it's just the right key. Things are quiet in the casino right now. If we go in through the back door, no one will notice us going into the storerooms. There's no security back there. The security's all on the floor.
I shrug. Fine, let's just get this over with.
This is such a solid that you're doing for me, August. I owe you.
Oh yeah, you definitely owe me for this.
Harriet's gonna be so jazzed when we bring the booze. I mean, when we bring the booze, not just I.
What was that?
When we bring the booze, Harriet's gonna be jazzed, not just me.
Okay. Sorry, I just also couldn't hear when you at the end of that statement. Sure. So yeah, we do that. Is there anything
I think as you're walking back around around the back of the casino, it's a long way because it's a big casino. I think Billy says, do you believe in dreams? Like the dreams can like send us messages? I know it's a weird question, isn't it? Sorry.
No, I mean, did you have a dream, Billy?
Did I? It's this dream that keeps happening, August. And it's about Harriet. I don't know, ever since we moved here, things have not been good with my family, and it's just adjusting to school and shit. It's just been hard. And whenever I see Harriet, she's always smiling and she always looks like she's on top of the world. It's like nothing ever bad happens to her. And in this dream, I'm like at her side. And it's like all that magic is happening to me too. And I'm like happy. I wake up from these dreams like happy. And then I realize it was a fucking dream. And I'm back in my goddamn life. I just feel like if I get close to Harriet, somehow my life will turn around. Is that crazy to think?
I kind of like sigh for a second and I say like a little bit, yeah.
I know. But it's worth a try, right? Maybe
Look here, look. We go to the same school as Belinda, and I think a little bit crazy is like not even the start for where kids at this school begin.
What's up with that Belinda?
So
I heard
actually,
she has
do
no
I know
friends.
that her dad is Eustace?
It's up to you. If you want to know that it's recognize the name Eustace, you can. If you want to kind of play to see how August finds out who Eustace is, you can play it that way. Either way.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably don't know who Eustace is.
Okay.
Because like why would I know? I didn't know anyone else's the names of anyone
Anyone's
else's
parents,
parents at
because
school.
you are new. You are new.
Yeah. Sorry, we were talking about Belinda,
Belinda,
right?
I was saying, what's with that chick Belinda? I heard she doesn't have any friends, but she seems to like rule over the school. She's the editor of the paper, isn't she?
I think I don't know. Belinda just strikes me as one of those people that's really good at using other people.
Like a
Like
politician.
I guess. I think I'm just it's just, that kind of person, if push comes to shove, I think that they're gonna let the people they claim to be friends with get hurt before them.
Well, I guess the trick is not to get hurt by them.
Oh, but just for the heads up, if we do get caught here, I am rolling on you.
Dude, we have to stick together. We're in this together. You're already in. You took the key from your mom, so you're in. Oh, here we are. Okay. Let me just look through the window here. Okay, no one's in. All right, let's go in. And so I think we see the two of you sneaking through the back warehousey kind of part of the casino. Old boxes, foodstuffs, things like that. So this is adjoining the kitchens. And you come to the storeroom. And you put the key into the lock, and lo and behold, it's just like Billy said. There's a lot of bottles in here. Grab one of those boxes, dude. How much should we take? What do you think? They won't notice if we take 4 or 5, right?
I mean, I guess not. Probably. There's a lot of fucking booze here. I don't know.
Take them from the back. Take them from like the back of the shelves. They won't notice that instead of the front. Get vodka.
Okay.
Everyone likes vodka, right?
I guess.
So-
I just put bottles in. I don't know what these things
Random
are.
bottles.
Yeah.
Campari.
Yeah.
Random bottles of booze are
Yeah,
accumulating in the box.
how am I supposed to know how to make a cocktail? I don't know.
And then I think Billy like puts in a bunch of bottles. So you've got like almost a dozen bottles stuffed into this cardboard box. Dude, this is heavy. Help me with it. You both pick it up and it starts jingling and jangling and making a lot of like glass sound. Shit, it's too loud. What do we do?
You're a real criminal mastermind here, Billy.
Dude, don't make fun of me. We're in this together. You think someone's gonna come? Shit. Oh, there's some newspaper there. Stuff it in there. If it puts the newspaper, they'll stop making noise. And so I just see the two of you tiptoe.
Yeah, August is
with the
just-
box between
yeah.
you.
Hmm.
And I don't think there's going to be any incident. I don't think we have necessity for a roll. I just wanted to have the scene there for you.
Okay.
So I think you guys make it out. Yeah, back to the Dodge Dart, put it in the trunk and drive off.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. David, you said that there was something you wanted to do with Harriet, right?
Well, I just wanted to see if I could figure out how the Shadow Queen wants me to deliver Harriet to her. So I don't know if that requires a gaze into the abyss roll or if that's something that I'm just aware
No, you can
of.
have
but
a
it's-
conversation with the Dark Power whenever you want. The Dark Power shows up. She's very attentive to your needs and shows up when you call her.
I figured for this, or sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say for this, I would figured it just to make it quicker, I could just do like an automatic writing exercise. As a way of getting just the message from the Shadow Queen as to what she wants. My goal is to let me see how the move is phrased exactly.
Oh, this is Dark Recruiter.
Yes, that's it. Yes. Bring an innocent soul to the dark power. I don't know what that means for the Shadow Queen, but I just didn't know how to bring her to the dark power. But I was thinking of trying
bring
for
her
that
to
at the party tonight,
to-
if
right.
maybe. So I was just thinking I would want to know how to do that. I can gaze into the abyss if necessary, or I can just know. Either one's fine.
Let's have a conversation. So, so you're hanging out, maybe it's after the practice.
Yeah. I'm getting ready for the party, I think. I'm in my room and I'm putting makeup on and I can't get it quite right. And I'm getting flustered. I know Mario's gonna be there. I'm looking at my phone. The time is ticking by. I need to go and leave and get him soon. God, what am I supposed to do again? Shit. And so I just like pull out just a notepad and start scribbling. And that's the way that I'm gonna commune with her for now.
And she says, you hear her voice actually come in. You're looking lovely, dear. I think I'd go a little bit easier on the mascara, however. Your eyes, look a bit heavy. I'm sure Mario will be taken with you. I could help you with that if you'd like. Would you like me to help you with your makeup, dear?
Yes,
I
please.
could
Thank
make
you.
you look lovely. And so suddenly you get this, suddenly your hands start moving almost by themselves. And you remove most of the makeup that you already put on and start working in the mirror. And suddenly you are looking really, really good, Chloe. even you, when you look in the mirror, are like, whoa, I look fabulous. And I'm going to give the dark power another string on you. That's you're at 3 right now, just so you know.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
For how fabulous you're going to be looking at the party tonight. There. Now that's better. Now tell me what's on your mind, dear. What more can I do for you? I'm on the
I want to know how to bring Harriet to you.
Ah, Harriet. How are you feeling about Harriet these days, Chloe?
I hate her.
Yes, you do, don't you? Always upstaging you.
Yeah.
And so breezy about it. As if she's doing you a favor all the time.
I think she does it on purpose.
Yes. She's tormenting you. We should really teach her a lesson, shouldn't we?
I think so. I mean, she deserves it.
Maybe tonight at the party. Maybe something awful could happen to him. Would that please you?
It's whatever you want.
Oh no, my dear, it's what you want. My needs are secondary.
Well, what do you think should happen to or with her?
How about this? Look for an opportunity to get Harriet alone at the party. All that equipment in disarray at Big Baxter. So many things could go wrong. And then maybe Harriet will have an opportunity to make friends with us again.
I can do that.
Create the right circumstance. Perfect.
Yeah,
Such a good
yeah.
girl. Such a good girl.
Thank you.
Everything's going to be perfect. You look lovely. Did I tell you that already?
Yes, thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
Mario will not be able to resist you. Have a lovely time at the ball, Cinderella.
Cool. That was creepy.
All right. ET2. Yes.
Well, at 2, Brutus.
Oh, we're two Brute. Sorry, okay, I see. Sorry. I thought it was ET2. I was like, well, it does kind of look like ET. Okay.
Needs a sequel. That film, obviously.
All right, so we have a theme here. Okay, who's going to be the Brutus? Okay. So we could move straight to the party if you want, but Belinda, I want to give you a chance if there's anything else you want to do before we move to the party. I want to give you an opportunity to do that.
I don't think so. I think we can switch straight there.
Okay. All right. August, so you arrive, do you arrive with Billy and the booze? You might be the one arriving the earliest to the party.
Yeah.
So do you want to paint a picture? Maybe we can all paint the scene of the party a little bit. So it's that Big Baxter we know. And you've probably arrived before other people. August, you and Billy with the box full of bottles. So maybe you could start us off by painting something about painting the scene in any way you want of the party, the preparations, or what it looks like, or any detail that you'd like to add. We have a picture of Big Baxter in there somewhere in the places, I think.
Yeah.
It's huge, by the way, just so you know. I think the casing itself, the housing itself is like, 4 stories or 5 stories tall.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think because I haven't.
Yeah.
I think it's like Billy, or I think probably there must, like, I can't imagine there has to be like at least 1 or 2 other people if this is like going to be a full-on rave.
Yeah, I think
as-
Alex is involved because Alex is the drug dealer of the
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
class. So he's
and
probably
Alex
there.
is the one that Billy has the crush on as well.
Right,
So
exactly, yeah.
obviously he's here. I think that like they've strung up some like Christmas lights into the upper stories. Like that was probably a really dumb thing to do. Like they're probably lucky it didn't like just collapse when they like strung these lights up. But and like they've also like strung some speakers up there that they're like those whatchamacallit Bluetooth speakers so that you
Bluetooth
can like
speakers.
just sync your phone with them.
Mhm. Yeah. And the kind of electronic music is already coming out of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, do you want to add any details to the party scene?
Clear night, full moon, stars are out, pretty landscape. You have these kind of blue silhouetted hills kind of on the horizon, but it's otherwise flat land kind of all around. It's got kind of, I mean, if it's going to be sort of ravish, it's got big Burning Man vibes. We're having a rave in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, we are in a desert, or we established, so yeah. Donna, do you want to add anything that you see?
I think maybe a couple of people who maybe have something to prove, or maybe are too cool for school, have climbed up into one of those buckets that's raised off the ground a little bit, and have perched there, to maybe with a bottle or two, maybe just like a 6-pack of beer, and God knows how they're going to get down out of there.
Now that they're there, they didn't think that far ahead, right?
Yeah.
But they're hooting and hollering. Clearly, some drinking has begun even before August and Billy arrive with the booze. So once you do arrive, let's go ahead and start with August. Actually, let's start with Belinda because Belinda. Let's start with you, Donna. As you arrive at the party, are you arriving by yourself or?
Yeah, I did not get the memo on +1ing, right? So I am arriving by myself, and I think I am trying to arrive late enough that there will be other people there, and I will be able to find someone to talk to me.
Mhm.
Dear God, please.
Because you have no friends.
Exactly. And I mean, I guess the plan in my mind is that I'll arrive slightly late, like 5 minutes after Chloe, and that'll be fine. But yeah, and anyone I know there, I will limp it onto,
Yeah.
to prove I have friends.
Well, I think Yasmin is there already. And she kind of waves at you when you arrive and waves you over and say, "Oh, I'm so glad you came. I didn't know if you'd be here."
Yeah, I got an invite from Chloe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She might have taken pity on me, but
I thought everybody knew.
she did say Mario would be here, so
Oh, really?
yeah. So
Did you have a chance to talk to him?
I did, and then we got on to talking about other things, and I think you're gonna have to make your move tonight, for sure.
Dude, it's my move. Okay, you're gonna have to help me out with this.
Okay, well, I will drag him over and find a reason to leave the two of you alone together, right?
Okay, that works. But I think I need a
Okay.
little bit of liquid courage. Is that August over there? And Billy? They look like they've got a box full of booze.
They were acquiring the alcohol. Yeah.
Let's go see what they've got.
Yeah,
God
they
help
were
us.
acquiring the alcohol. I wonder why you have no friends.
So as you and Billy are putting the alcohol out on a table and the solo cups, the red solo cups, August, you see Belinda and Yasmin coming, and Yasmin says, "August, the new kid, look how hooked up you are. Yay, you brought booze."
Let's see. And I'm just reminding myself of where all these people are in relation to me.
The Miro map is helpful for that thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I put I think I put the link somewhere there.
Yeah, it's on the info tab, I think.
Right. Well, what's Yasmin's deal again?
What do we know about Yasmin? She is friends with Belinda. What else do we have on the Miro map? Let's see. She there's some stuff with Alistair, but she's in the fencing club with Belinda.
Okay.
We know that. And
Okay.
we also know that Mario has a crush on him.
Okay, cool. I was just checking in. Yeah, of Belinda, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah, I'm Belinda.
Or no, sorry, not Belinda. I'm talking to Yasmin.
Yasmin,
Yasmin, right?
The two of them are also showing up at the same time. Yes, Yasmin and Belinda were coming over.
I didn't think you were
yes,
going to be able to
Yasmin.
make it out tonight, Belinda.
I got an invite, so I said I better not reject the kind offer. And hey, I need all the friends I can get, right?
Well, I didn't say that.
No, I just said it,
I'm sure you'll have fun at this party, Belinda. And I took a sip.
And Yasmin is rummaging through the bottles like, what the hell is this? Is this champagne? This is a bottle of champagne. But it's warm.
Oh, the AC on his car is broken.
Okay. Oh, but there's vodka. Okay, there we go.
Everyone likes vodka.
Everyone
Right.
likes vodka.
I shrug because apparently that's the case.
Shall I make you a drink, Belinda?
Sure. What kind of manic cocktail have you got in mind? Vodka and champagne? Sounds brilliant.
Sounds brilliant, exactly.
Yeah.
Vodka and warm champagne. What could be better? Goes down smooth, gives you some bubbles in the head. And we'll add a little Campari to it just for a little fruitiness.
This is cocktail roulette, right?
Cocktail roulette. Exactly.
Blindfold, pull 2 bottles out of the box. That's what you get.
Yeah, that's... Yep.
Now, did we decide that you knew? Oh no, we decided you did not know who Eustace was, so you don't know about the connection to Belinda yet. Okay, right?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
Excellent. Okay. So, yes, we
And,
make you a cocktail, yeah.
Sorry, if I recall correctly, right? It was a store bought piece of jewelry, not like a heirloom kind of.
No, I mean, yeah, it was a Tiffany's box.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
is
Oh,
what it was.
Tiffany's box, yeah. Yeah. Well,
I mean,
here
unless
you
he
go.
just had the Tiffany's box laying around and then put the heirloom in.
You
I
can-
mean, that would be a terrible move, right? So I mean, if we want to play with that idea, then I think maybe Belinda is wearing a necklace that maybe has the similar vibes to that one you found
Oh.
in your mother's purse, right?
Sure. I mean, sure.
What do you do when
That's
you notice that, August?
like that's only like the mildly like I feel like that's one step up creepy wise from like giving your lover the same necklace as your wife.
The bracelet that matches the necklace that you gave to your daughter.
Well, what I'm thinking is that like this is maybe part of Belinda's collection, and she's hoping
Okay.
that someone will say that's very nice, and then it'll be a gift, right?
Sure. I say where did you get that necklace you're wearing?
This whole thing? Yeah, it's from my jewelry box at home. It's like a kind of a family heirloom kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So not from Tiffany's.
No, I don't think I have the allowance for Tiffany's. Not quite.
I roll my eyes. Just fucking rich people.
Yeah. I mean, do you like it?
No, I was just talking about it.
Okay. Well,
I guess it looks not terrible on you.
wow.
Take a sip from the champagne vodka.
Not terrible on me. Well, you do know how to charm the ladies, August. But I guess it's the nicest thing you said to me all day.
So Linda, how do you respond when you can see kind of that August is very focused on that piece of jewelry?
Yeah. Well, he said he's not. He doesn't like it, but I wonder if he is coveting it.
Uh-huh.
If it's an item from my collection, then if he covets it, he will
How
mark
does that move
experience.
work? Yeah, how does it, would you read that move for us since it's the first time we encounter it?
Yeah. You have a beautiful collection of some kind. What is it? So I think my idea last time was that it was like silver objects, maybe silver jewelry. Obviously, the ill-gotten gains of being the silver magnate in town. Whenever you show it or part of it to another character, they find an object they covet, they mark experience when that lovely thing becomes theirs.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I don't
goodness.
think like that like if it was the thing that like I don't think if this is something you want to show, I think maybe the thing about it is that the silver like you'd have own silver things. Like maybe this thing is like Fey silver or something like that. I don't know
Okay.
quite why it fascinates me so much, but it does.
Yeah. So we can like if we want to. If you want to play it cool and come back to it, yeah, we can table
like,
it.
I'm sort of playing it cool, but I'm definitely like you could probably tell.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've got a ton of it. I mean, this is literally just the first one that I picked out of the box, so it's kind of shocking, really. But yeah, if you want to see the rest of my box and maybe find something you like there, or if you really like this, hey, I'm all for giving gifts to my friends, But
I feel like this is
It's complicated, right?
I
Because
guess if
you don't really like Belinda very well, but she has something that you really want.
Yeah, I guess that would be cool of you. Thanks. And I like roll my eyes because I have to actually like say something nice to you. Look, I'm sorry for what I said earlier. Chloe says some nice things about you. So I'm sure you're not a completely awful person.
Okay. I mean, that is you seem to have no problem like charming anyone else, right? But me, it's like getting blood out of a stone. Have I done something against you?
Oh boy, I think I just like at that you like I pour myself a big shot of this vodka champagne. And I like kind of shoot it back and like I down it. Like I think a little pours over the rim, down my chin, and I lean into you with this kind of growl to my voice. You just seem like someone who would want to hurt her. So I want to make certain that she's safe. And I think there's this growl in my voice and this kind of ferocity in my eyes, and I'm gonna try to roll to turn you on.
Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Because I am trying to echo the veracity of a wolf. So I get +1 to my roll to turn someone on. That's a 9. So what do? Do you give me a string on you, or do you tell me, or do you give me something I want? I'll get flustered. I forget all the
yeah, I think I will promise something I
there's-
think you want. right? Because that
Ooh,
yeah.
seems like a
close.
good thing to do with a fae, right?
Yep.
I think, I think the first thing maybe that we see is that Belinda doesn't like step away or even get startled with this kind of display. Even though maybe that's the normal behavior you would expect of, someone. Um, so, I meet your eyes and, maybe I kind of look up because I imagine there's a height difference, right? you're, you're,
Yeah, I think I'm like leaning over and into you. So like
Yeah.
maybe like we're eye to eye now.
Okay. Well then, I'm telling you that I will never hurt Chloe.
Okay. Linda will never hurt Chloe.
Whatever you say may be used against you in a court of Monsterhearts.
A fake court.
A fake
of
court.
law.
Like there's like
whimsical.
a little kind of low growl comes from August at that. I'm gonna hold you to that. And then I lean back and like down the rest of it.
Okay. I think maybe before you lean back, I will, maybe pat your cheek and say, but I think it's really sweet that you care about her so much.
Yep, that's still I feel like perfect segue into drawing back and like downing the rest of the shot.
Yeah.
Perfect. That sounds like a good.
The thing is, it's dry but also kind of fizzy, so like the two really balance each other out.
It really works,
It really works. Who knew that vodka and warm
would work
champagne was
even
such
better
a great
with
combination?
with the 78? It would be super. Maybe that's something Belinda says, because that is a rich person thing to say.
Okay,
that's a good point to cut.
Shift over to Chloe. Chloe, how do you arrive? Oh, you're arriving at the party with Mario, aren't you?
Yeah. So I start off with Mario.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make a mark here. About what needs to get vengeance for, things I need to get vengeance for.
Keep good notes of your promises. All right. So did Mario? He picked you up, right? No, you picked him up.
Yeah.
You picked him up. And when he jumps into the car next to you, he says, "Wow, you look different, Chloe."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is just my going out. I guess you wouldn't see me looking like this at school because I always have just come off of running, but no, this is just how I am.
Oh, I've always seen you in your track gear or coming from the showers or at the meets, and it was a whole different year.
You don't look so bad yourself.
Well, thank you. Are you ready for this party?
Yeah. I've been looking forward to it. How about you?
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
Yeah, Harriet's been going off and on about it, or going off about it, on about it. That's what it is, on about it for the longest time. So I don't get out to parties very often. So, but this one seems like, I don't know, something's in the air tonight. Feels like something unusual might happen.
I agree, at least as far as something being in the air. And at that point, I put the car into gear and take off.
It's a patch out. And then we cut to you, the two of you arriving at the party. I think that's pulling up. The music is blaring, electronic trance music. The guys up in the shovel are hooting and hollering. They have not figured out how to get down yet. And yeah, the party's already, by the time you get there, the party is going strong.
Oh my god, I didn't expect it to be like this. I'm gonna start looking around to see where Harriet is.
Mhm. You see Harriet, and she's got a solo cup in her hand of the new vodka champagne cocktail that's characteristic of this rave now. But she's talking to Alex, and Alex Yu, who's the class drug dealer. You see something pass hands between the two of them. Signature drink, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Interesting.
And
hey Mario, do you want to come talk to Harriet with me for a second, or should I just leave you to your devices and we'll check in a minute?
you go talk to Harriet. I'm gonna go get a drink, I think.
Yeah.
Everyone's got one. And I want to go get one. I'll
Awesome.
meet up with you in a bit, Chloe.
Awesome. Can I say at this point that I don't know Yasmin is here?
Sure.
Okay. Because no one would have told me.
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes off. I will go to Harriet and just kind of slither up next to her. Is she still with Alex?
Yeah, she's just finishing up with Alex. And you hear Alex say, "You're not going to regret that one, Harriet. Just take a look at those guys up in the shovel. Look at the good time they're having." And then he walks away.
I've grabbed a drink on my way. I take a sip of it and spit it out.
You don't like the signature drink.
The signature drink is a hate crime. It's real bad. I sidle up to to Harriet. Hey, looks like you're really gonna have a good time tonight by the looks of it. How's it going?
Oh, good. Isn't this the greatest party? I don't think I'm going to be able to run tomorrow morning early.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't have too much fun. We do have a race this weekend.
Oh, I'll be fine. By Sunday, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's just time to unwind a little bit, don't you think, Chloe? You seem kind of wound up, kind of tight. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like the drinks, do you?
I don't know who made this or what's in it, but it's real bad. It's real bad, Harriet.
Yeah,
you know...
kind of push it down, but you get it kind of grows on you, and it goes straight to your head. It's nice.
I'll try a sip and actually swallow this one. It's gonna be a while, I think.
Hey, did I see you pulling up with Mario in your...
Oh yeah, I gave him a ride. I guess we showed up together.
So, is it Mario or is it Belinda? I can't keep track of everyone who's into you, Chloe.
Harriet, God, you don't need to slut shame me about this. Look, it's
Hey, more is more.
Yeah,
no slut shaming here, friend. No slut shaming here.
I'm not with anyone technically, if that is what you're curious about.
Well, the way Belinda was looking at you, she really does want to do that interview, and she doesn't want to do it with the track team. She wants to do it with you.
Yeah, that might be a disappointment for her then. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna let her down nicely though, aren't you?
I'll be nice, I promise. I'm not gonna be mean about it, but I do have to have the girl's heart wants what it wants,
So what is
God,
the
this
girl's...
is the most disgusting stuff I've ever had. I'm sorry, it's not going to work.
Well, I have this, and she puts out these tiny pink pills with little stamps on them that Alex just gave me. I was about to take one. You could too.
Jesus, is this ecstasy?
Yep, it's Molly.
Dude, like,
Look at the
half
dudes in the
this-
shovel. Look how happy they look.
coming from him, half of this shit is just straight meth. Like, this isn't a real deal, probably. Are you
Oh, do you
sure?
think it's bad? Oh,
I
he's
mean,
so sweet.
Where's
He
he
wouldn't
getting
give me
it
bad
from?
drugs. Would he?
I just know they cut the hell out of this stuff with I mean, look, back when I was with Flip, he used to and then I just like pause for a second and look really upset. I was trying to say that Flip used to do stuff like this, but I start choking up in front of Harriet.
Ooh. What are you afraid might happen if you let it all out?
But between you and me, I'm doing it on purpose to get her sympathies so I can get her alone.
Oh.
So I'm not really afraid at this point.
I see. Good. You hear you hear in the back of your head. Good strategy, Chloe. Good girl. And Harriet, sure enough, she closes her hand. She puts it in her pocket. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That must have been really triggering for you. Come here. Come
No,
here. And she gives you a big hug. And she's much larger than you are.
right. I kind of let out a sob like into her shoulder, and then I kind of like push myself away and like try to compose myself, and I look up at her. I imagine she's a little bit taller than I am. I'm fine. Look, I'm sorry. I just need to pull myself together.
Sweetie, do you
do you
go away somewhere?
Do you want to like walk and talk for a second?
Sure.
Um, we can check out the Baxter if you want.
Sure, let's walk around.
Okay.
So we're gonna cut away from you
Yeah.
just for a moment. And let's see, I'm duplicate the time right now. Yeah, let's check in with August, who has been drinking the signature drink. We last left you conversing with Belinda, right?
Mm-hmm. And then Chloe showed up because apparently we're not going to hang tonight. Because apparently she decided that it was not bros before hoes, but apparently she's gonna hang with that hoe Mario, obviously.
So yeah, you saw Chloe
Yeah.
arrive with Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Let Mario go, and did you see Chloe and Harriet begin to walk off together?
I mean, I'm gonna follow after her because, you know, just figure out where things are at, because I thought we were going to hang tonight. I thought.
Right. So you're following
Yep.
Chloe and Harriet, who are walking back around Big Baxter. Belinda, what, after your conversation with August, what's on your mind?
Well, Mario was going to get a drink, right?
He was.
I'm
And you were right
at
next to the drink table.
drinks with Yasmin, right? So
That's right.
back on mission.
Back on mission. Very focused Belinda is. So Mario walks up and says, "Is here where the famous signature cocktails are?"
Infamous, I think, is the word you're looking for, Mario. Yeah, currently we're working on a vile concoction that is champagne and vodka.
Sounds good.
I mean, probably better than anything else that's going to come out of the box tonight.
Oh, and then he suddenly sees Yasmin, and he's like, he pauses for a second and says, "Oh, hey, Yas, how's it going?" Well, I've got to play two NPCs at once. Okay.
So I hand Mario a cup, and I hold his hand to keep it steady as I'm going to pour in the 2 drinks. And I say, Mario, I was going to see if, I know you're writing for us in the paper, and I promise I'm going to get you a story next week. Maybe you can write up some notes from the track meet.
Oh, yeah, sure. From the track meet, yeah.
I was telling Yasmin your writing is like knocks it out of the park. It's like I've never read anything so good.
That is literally the nicest thing you have ever said to me, Belinda. Wow,
Well,
that's a lot coming from you.
Well,
you have been drinking.
So I said you should show Yasmin some of your stuff.
I think Mario goes up to Yasmin and says, "Hey, Belinda thinks that you might be interested in seeing some of my writing." And so we'll, rather than
that's what the kids are calling it these days.
we'll back up the camera from that scene, and we just see Yasmin and Mario beginning to have a conversation. Yeah, Belinda's work is done.
Mission accomplished. Yeah.
And then I think, yeah, we will cut back to Chloe and Harriet. So, as you're walking around Big Brutus, the party's all centered on one side, where the shovel is, where the main shovel is, and you guys are kind of walking around the back where there's less light, but it's a full moon, so it's easy for you to navigate through, even without the help of the Christmas lights and all the little chemical bracelets and such that people are wearing. And you get to a quiet spot. What does Chloe say to Harriet? Harriet says, "How are you feeling, Chloe? You feeling any better?"
I'm okay. Hey, do you want to check out the inside of this thing? There's a stairway leading up into the actual shovel proper.
Really? Do you think it's safe up there?
Oh yeah, no, it's totally open. I mean, anything that's not safe, they probably have a lock and chain over it. So I mean, no, it's cool. It just I've never been out here at night, and I just wonder what it's like inside. I can turn on my phone flashlight.
Sure. Looks like a beautiful view from up there. Yeah, let's go. You lead the way. So as you're going up those stairs, they're kind of creaking and they do move just a little bit. Harriet grabs the railing and it's like, "I hope these don't collapse."
No, you're fine. You're fine. People come up here all the time, but I mean, I think it's normally during the day, but I mean, no, it's all good. It's crazy. I hear that it's super cramped up there, even though it's so big, you'd expect it to be this giant open area, but it's like a submarine up there. Come on.
Okay, whatever you say, Chloe. I'm right behind you.
Yeah. I'll lead the way.
And then you hear, so as you enter the whole the body of Big Baxter, it is darker in there now because there's less moonlight, and as you lead Harriet deeper in, you hear a voice in your head saying, "That's just right, buddy. It's just right. Just a few more steps." And then you hear Harriet. You hear a crash, and you hear Harriet yell out. And as you turn around, you see that Harriet's foot has gone through the floor of the subflooring, and is trapped, and she's yelling out in pain. And August, you see them go up the stairwell, and then you hear Harriet cry out in pain. What do you do?
I mean, I think I go rushing up at this point. What the hell happened? And I probably see her crying out in pain, and I have beef with Chloe, but I probably have to go deal with this. So yeah, I rush up to try to help.
And so, Chloe, what's your response?
I'm going to shout, "Oh my God, Harriet, what happened? What happened?" And I'm going to run to her. And I say this with concern in my voice, but I mean it with complete and utter hatred. I say, "Did you slip?"
And Harriet's crying out, saying, "Oh, it really hurts. It really hurts, Chloe."
If
And
I shine my flashlight on it, what's actually the issue?
her foot has slipped in, and you can tell that it's there's jagged metal around it, and looks like her leg's been cut up pretty bad.
Okay, okay, stay put. I don't want it to get worse if you pull it out. Oh shit. August, and I look at you, kind of in a like, what do we do kind of way.
And you hear a voice in your head that says, "Get rid of the boy. Get rid of the boy." So
August, can you please get help or something?
I think yeah, and I look at you, and I think yeah, I think this is I think like I'm inebriated, and that's like putting me into that set state of expanded senses. I think I'm staring into the abyss as I see all this. Like, I feel like there's something niggling at my senses about the wrongness of the situation. If that's cool.
Heightened senses in the intensity of the moment.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you want to do a gaze roll?
Yeah. And I think I'm not great at this. I have -1. So let's drop this down. That's still a 9.
Ooh, that's a 9. So on a 7 to 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless. And what were you looking for?
Actually, I'm wondering, because the thing I wanted to find out is what the hell is up with this. Like, what the hell like, what is up with Chloe? I feel like there's something going on here, and I'm going to spend that string to get a 10 here.
Yeah, so I think what you see is you're staring at the scene of Harriet with her foot falling into the hole and the jagged metal, and she's crying out. And right next to her, looming over her, is Chloe. But then you see all the shadows, like of the moonlight coming in through the holes in Big Baxter. They all start kind of morphing and moving and coalescing into this big shadowy figure, and that is looming over Chloe, as if Chloe were like almost in its bosom. And that's the image you get of Chloe being in its bosom. And there's a big clawed shadowy hand reaching out towards Harriet. And you clearly understand in this vision that the shadow being and Chloe mean Harriet Hahn.
I don't know exactly what is going on here, Chloe, but I don't think I can leave you up here with her. I'm like really sad as I say this.
Okay. Oh man. There's an ask first on what I want to do here, so I'll check in and see how this works. Is it cool if I use my Elsewise power, Barkin, to use a move from a different skin? I can only use it once, and then I can never use it again. Is it cool, August, if I use Hypnotic from the vampire skin to
Go
basically command you to go?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. So
Okay.
that's a roll with hot, right?
Yes. Yes, and I think this gives the Shadow Queen another string on me, which I think takes me to 4.
That does put you at 4, yes.
Almost at your darkest self.
Did August just spend his last string on Chloe there to get
No,
that
I
10
got
plus?
one. I got one for Chloe lying to me. Well, breaking a promise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a nice. Well, I guess depending how closely we want to stick to the rule.
Oh, that's right.
Like
yeah,
if there's something about us. Someone
yeah.
has no strings on you.
It
can't
only
have any
works if you have no
strings.
strings on me.
You can't have any strings. How about this?
Oh,
How about we just leave it at this climactic moment with Chloe about to make a decision about what to do in the situation, and we can just close the session there because we're getting close to time,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
we can decide how we move, and then Alistair will also be showing up somehow at the party as well. So we'll see how that all works out. Yeah, why don't we just cut it there? And so I will, if you're okay with that, I will stop the recording. And is everyone okay with me posting the recording?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, look, I remembered to do that. I'm learning how to do this.